town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Okay, so the Echo PB8010T. As some of you guys know, I ordered this not last year, the year before. I got it not this past spring, the spring before is when I got this thing. I used it a little bit in the beginning of spring, and then it sat until fall when I used it for leaves. I absolutely love this thing. My only complaint about this blower is sometimes it's hard to start, and when it does start, it idles. No matter how much you pull the trigger, it idles for almost a minute before you can pull the trigger and it revs up. Once you get to that point, it'll go like a bat out of hell forever and ever until you stop using it. And it usually only does it on the first time using it, and then after I fire it up and I have it running for a little while, it's perfectly fine after that. When I first got it, my complaint about it was this tube right here. Every time you move the arm up and down, it would collapse and fold in half. Then you guys know that I went and I bought the upgrade, which is everything from this piece all the way down. And then found out afterwards that that's actually a warranted thing through Echo, but it only falls under certain serial numbers. If anybody's wondering what the serial number is for that, I've showed it before in videos and I've told people about it. I believe I still have the list of which serial numbers are warranted. It's only some of them that came to me direct from Echo. They personally sent me this information and all the list of the serial numbers. So I believe I still have it. If you have any questions of whether or not yours qualifies for the free warranty, I end up paying for mine. And then when I contacted Echo and they said the dealer should have never charged me, it should have been free, they end up sending me this full upgrade kit or tune-up kit with the air filter, the fuel line, the fuel filter, the primer bulb, and they sent me spark plug for it, which I didn't put on. We're going to do today. And the reason why is I use this thing probably about 15 hours or so total. Probably maybe 10 hours total use of this thing last fall. And then it has sat ever since then. I have not used it since. But they sent me that stuff to just say, you know, we're really sorry you already paid for it through your dealer. We can't get your money back, but here, we send you this stuff. Plus, they sent me a full can of their Echo fuel mix. So anyway, I used it for a while after that. I tried to shorten it up and I took this section out and just put this up here and used it. It's absolutely horrible like that. You cannot do it. It doesn't blow out for crap when you do that. You got to have the full piece in, and then this thing is just a monster. So a couple features some of you guys might not know about. These Echo 8010s have a built-in 10-inch fan right in there. So as you're using it, it actually blows cooler air on your back. That's really nice if you're using it in the summertime. It helps keep you cooler. In the wintertime with my jacket on, or late fall when I'm doing cleanups, I really don't notice it. You don't feel it. You do feel it a little bit to the fact that it doesn't make you cold, but it keeps your back from sweating so much, even in the fall when it's cooler up here in the Northeast. But anyway, it's that time of year. I need to get this thing up and running and ready to go. So I might change the air filter. I'm going to check it. Like I said, I've barely even used this thing in the year and a half that I've had it, only for fall season. It's just way too big, way too much power, and just too much of a monster to use for everyday use. So it probably doesn't even need the air filter. I'll check it out. I am going to change the fuel filter out anyway, and I'm going to use the Mighty Vac right there. I'm going to suck the fuel out of here. Because it's been sitting in there for almost a year. I'm going to suck that fuel out. I'm going to put fresh fuel in there and fire this thing up. And I'm going to blow some leaves around in my backyard with it and make sure she's ready to go. It's pretty much that simple. These lines where they go up on there, one of them is clear, the other one's yellow. You just put them right back in the same places. Those little clamps on there, they're funky to use, but you can actually just squeeze them with your hands. I thought they'd be tighter. I was using needle nose pliers, but it goes in, the grommet just pops right back in there, and the new fuel filter is attached to it right down inside there. So pretty simple. The air filter is like brand new. I'm not going to change it out and use up this new air filter. I'm going to save that one. So the fuel filter's new, the lines are new. We're going to fold this in half and stick this back in there for the gas cap. I'll put some new fuel in it, and we'll fire this thing up. The plug is good. I know that because I just changed it this past spring, because I ran it for a couple weeks in the spring, or for about a week. I ran it for a few days that week in the spring, and I put a new plug in it then. So I know that plug is still good. I'm not going to change that. And that's about it. There's really nothing else to it. So we're going to get some fresh fuel in here and fire this thing up and see how it does. So this thing's a beast. What do you think of this thing, Noah?
That one?
Yeah.
Amazing.
That thing's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Too.
Yep, this is Noah's low blower. This is the BR200. We did a full video of this when we got it. It's like my HS86 handheld, but in a backpack. It's actually a little more powerful than that 86, I believe. But that's Noah's blower. He loves that thing. But as you can tell, this thing's awesome. You couldn't really see very much in the video because I was blowing stuff this wasn't really meant for. I tried to get some wet, nasty leaves from the spring or last fall that were around my neighbor's shed. Really didn't do too much, but I have a lot of videos on this. You can go back and see exactly what this thing is capable of. This is when you're blowing leaves around a house, or, you know, blowing them to the woods or out to the street, whatever you're doing, and they get so deep, like 2.5, 3 foot, 4 foot deep even, and you just can't move them anymore with a BR 600, 700. I even have piles of leaves at Ryan's 800s. Stop, like the 800 just can't push it any further. And I grab this thing and I walk those leaves right to where I want them. It just goes right through them. So when they're really thick and really tall and you're stuck and you can't go any further, that's when this thing shines. It's 1071 CFM and it's just a total beast.
Make sure you hit the subscribity bobbity button, leave a thumbs up and comment if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. We'll see you in the next one.